So today we're gonna give this game a shot. Um, I don't think I've ever played it, but it looks really interesting. Um, I do have an interest in parasites and other bodily horror type things, so I'm ready to check this out. A rare infection from a brain-eating amoeba is being blamed for the death of a North Carolina man. He was swimming in a water park earlier this month. The amoeba is usually found in shallow freshwater. It can cause severe headaches, fever, nausea, and vomiting, which can progress into having a stiff neck, seizures, and coma. It's only infectious when water is forced up the nose during activities such as water skiing. So this is actually a real amoeba. Um, I don't quite remember what it's called, but it is. You do get it from getting water up your nose. In the last 2 to 7 years, there have only been 145 known infections, but of those, only 4 survive. What amoeba is it? Let me think. Is it Nigeria Fowleri? Nigeria Fowleri, if I'm saying that right. The brain-eating amoeba. You get it from water. The CBC says this illness is particularly difficult to treat because it is notoriously hard to detect and progresses so quickly. Next time you go swimming, wear a nose plug and avoid activities that involve being fully submerged in freshwater areas. This is Gabe Stewart, NBS News. You feel a rush of happiness as you continue your hike because you hear nothing but nature around you. The birds are chirping, the wind is rustling through the tree branches, and water is trickling nearby. It's so peaceful compared to your busy office. This is currently far, far away from you. The hundreds of emails you get as a project manager can wait until you return from your vacation. You finally arrive at a lake. The photos you looked through online couldn't convey the beauty of this place. You're so glad to stop here before entering the cabin you rented for your little vacation. Time to swim as a reward. No, it's not time to swim. Don't get in the water. The hours you spent hiking make your dip in the water all the more refreshing. Waves of relief wash over you as you swim around, and after a while you let yourself float to enjoy the moment. You close your eyes, your breathing slows, the sun heats up your face while the water cools your back. You hear a scream, and a wave pushes you to the side. You stabilize yourself, coughing and sputtering for air, trying to clear water from your mouth and nose. A boy laughs as he bobs up next to you. He smiles brightly without a care in the world. Marlowe, be careful, you could have hurt us both. Boy, but nothing happened. His mother calls for him and he swims away. His mother calls for him and he swims away. As he steps out of the water, the mother already has a towel in hand and dries his hair. You're a little envious. Clumsy, with your words outside of work, you have a hard time connecting more with the people you love. Your friends and family do like to spend time with you, but you sometimes feel lacking when you try to show the same affection. Maybe you wonder, have maybe you wonder, have an easier time. Maybe you wonder. Oh, maybe you would have an easier time if you had a family of your own. Your friend did tell you that her instincts as a new mother help immensely when taking care of her baby. You hope that in your case, the instinct would take over and talking to your child. How great would it be to have such a deep connection? You sigh and rise from the lake. You arrive into the cabin you have booked for the next 2 weeks. The space is too big for just one person, but it also feels luxurious to have so much space to yourself. You're basically checking this place out as a vacation home for the future family you always dreamed of. Even if you don't have a partner, the thought of taking a trip together fills you with joy. By the fireplace, you look at the couches where you could snuggle with your future family. You smile, imagining your child imitating a bear as they wear fur that drapes over one of the cushions. You stretch your arms as you yawn. Time to unpack and get settled. You put your hand into your bag and take out your vacuum-sealed clothes. You pack them this way to make space for other things, your wallet, smartphone, food, toiletries, and some books to pass the time. After putting all the stuff away, you go take a shower. Half an hour later, you leave the bathroom, refreshed and donning a white robe provided by the rental walking to the couch with a grin and a glass of white wine. Nice. Now, this feels like a true vacation. Spookle. You take your phone out and check it out of habit from your job. Your mother sent you some digital copies of old family photos when you were little. Your family used to visit the big greenhouse in the city quite often. There are also photos of you with co-workers. When did you take these selfies with them? You must have gotten drunk at least at the last office party. A new milestone has to be celebrated is the motto of your boss. So, parties happen pretty often. You don't know how your boss is able to make the company pay for so many, but you don't dare ask him. You scroll further and finally find some photos with your friends. The last time you guys met was to say goodbye to a friend in the group who was leaving the country. You should call them sometime soon. You get messages from your dad, mom, coworkers, and friends. Your dad sends short messages like cloud with photo of the sky attached. You must have inherited his blunt way with words. She likes to nag and remind you to do things, even though it's been years since you moved out. It can be annoying, but you know she's doing it with love. Marlo, when are you coming home? You can't just leave for months, my dear. I bet you need some fresh vegetables from our garden, too. Have you seen my last email? And you immediately regret looking at this. You sigh. It's gotten so much harder to meet up since your friend group became adults. So when are we going on our trip? We've been trying to organize this for years. Let's at least try to make plans by the end of this year. You yawn and decide to go to bed. Oh, okay. The sun warms your cheeks and birds chirp as you wake up. What a peaceful morning. It's been a while since you slept this well. You check your phone and notice you got a message from your dad. Pretty flower. Attached is the photo of a flower. He saw this on his way to work. It brightens your day whenever he does this. You want to send him a photo back. So you decide that today you'll explore your surroundings, take pictures, and make some bookmarks with flowers you find. After a quick breakfast, shower, and change of clothes, you are ready. Once you're outside, you take a deep breath. You can smell the damp moss, flowers, and wet grass. It must have rained a little during the night. You take your smartphone out and start your hike. Your shoes sink in the mud every time you take a step on the pine-needle-covered ground. As you look around, the wind caresses the leaves above you, making their shadows dance on the ground. Soon you spot some small purple flowers growing nestled between the tree trunks. You squat down and take a picture up close. You stare proudly at your photo. A dewdrop on one of the petals reflects the sunlight, making the scene feel more magical. You stand up and send it to your dad, or at least you try to. You see your bad reception and give it another attempt, but it doesn't go through. You decide to send it once you have a better connection in the cabin. Then you look at the flowers again. Upon further thought, they would be a pretty decoration for a bookmark when dried. You carefully pick one and make your way back. After you put your bag away, you fold the sheet of paper around the flower and tuck it inside a book. You press the book shut and then stack several more books on top of it. That way it should make it flat and dry after a while. Then you remember to send the photo. Your dad just answers with nice. Then seconds later, he sends a photo back. You chuckle. You used to make them together when you were younger. Marlo, I miss you, Dad. You shake your head, a little embarrassed after those words escape your mouth. Somehow, you can't bring yourself to say those words. You just write nice back. After a long bubble bath, you are ready to prepare your dinner. You cut the meat on a chopping board almost in a rhythmic fashion. After a while of only eating takeout, it feels good to cook for yourself again. Are you cooking? It looks good. You let go of the knife so fast, too fast, and it clatters onto the counter. You whip your head around. No one was there, but you clearly heard her voice. Slowly you move around the cabin, peeking into the corridor, but no sign of anyone else in the house. Still anxious, you go back to the kitchen. You start the stove and smear the meat in the pan. Sear the meat's meat. You start the stove and sear the meat in the pan. The fat glistens, and the smell makes your mouth water. You almost forgot the previous strange incident. Hungry and impatient, you grab a fork and tear into the meat. It's still a little rare and bloody. You enjoy the flavor, relax, feeling the stress from earlier leave your body. Putting the odd incidents behind you, you're still able to find some enjoyment today. The warning alarm almost gives you a heart attack. With half-shut eyes, you search for your phone and hastily turn it off. You sit up and message. You sit up and massage your temples. It's been a while since you had a headache this bad. Sluggishly, you crawl out of bed and make your way to the kitchen. You brew some tea in hopes that it'll help, and take it with you to the living room. Are you feeling this because of all the hiking you did, or was it the rare meat? Several hours later, you breathe heavily as you lean against the cold white ceramic of the toilet. The last time you had to vomit was the last office party after securing a multi-million-dollar deal for the company. The constant flow of alcohol was the next thing making the loud music bearable. But the next morning, you had the hangover from hell and you can't remember much else. You know you brought the food just before your hike. You know you bought the food just before your hike, but you can't help but suspect that something you ate might have gone bad. No, not the bread or anything else in the kitchen. It's all fresh. Was it really food poisoning? Could it be suppressed stress from work finally resurfacing? Or was it too much sun after being holed up in an office for so long? You grab your phone and sit down on a couch. You decide to research some more with your phone and open the browser in order to look up your symptoms. Headaches can be caused by alcohol, certain foods, changes in or lack of sleep, poor posture, skipped meals, and stress. You are guilty of a few of those. How to treat: rest in a quiet, dark room, hot or cold compresses on your forehead or neck, massage, and a small amount of caffeine, ibuprofen, aspirin. The results suggest vomiting might have been caused by an infection, food poisoning, motion sickness, brain injury, or migraines. And if it lasts for more than 2 days, you should call a doctor. Maybe you should call a doctor now. Just when you're about to type in a number, your hand seizes up. Your phone falls into the couch. Wait, what was that? You hesitate. You dropped your phone from a little muscle cramp. You've had those before. Whatever bug you've caught will probably pass by tomorrow. You get yourself some tea, a slice of toast, and rest for the day. You slept through an entire day, but you still feel weak when you wake up. You drink some tea and wonder if you should eat something, but you decide it would better be, it probably better be, it would probably be better to wait it out until tomorrow and give your stomach more time to rest. It would be a waste of food if you had to throw up again. You drag yourself to the fireplace and make a fire. Make yourself comfortable on the couch and watch the flames. They sway from left to right, and if you're not careful, you could get lost in their hypnotic dance. You start to feel lonely. Even as though you enjoy looking at the flames, you miss your mother's chicken soup that she cooked whenever you got sick. You snuggle even deeper into the blankets. Why did you have to get sick all alone out in the woods? Your mind drifts off, and you look around the room in a daze. Is the room getting bigger? Maybe you just imagined it. It's all right, I'm here. You force yourself upright and seize the fireplace poker, brandishing it in front of you while you search for the source of the voice. Could have sworn it was right next to you. But there's no one else in this room. After what happened the other day, you've checked as much. Of course, you're the only one here, right? You back into a corner so at least you aren't ambushed from behind. Then you take out your phone and try to call for help. No. An intense pain wells up in your head. You jolt in pain and let go of your phone. It hits the ground, bounces off, then falls flat. Tremble as you kneel down to retrieve it. You sigh when you see that your phone is still intact. Okay, whatever. Just made its presence known. Seems like it doesn't want you to call for help. You don't care. You thumb. You thumb. Your thumb hovers over the dial pad. You're going to make a call. That won't help. You nearly throw your phone out of fear, but you stop yourself in time. You only feel a little pain. Tears roll down your cheeks. You hate this voice. It's swimming in your head. It's seizing up your hand, and it's like completely controlling you. No, no, no. Now you sound delusional. What voice? You mean thinking, right? That's what everyone does. You're just fighting your own intuition, aren't you? You close your phone and just go to bed. You hope to sense soon. When you open your eyes, you're not sure what you're looking at. Colors? Patterns? Why can't you focus? Good morning. Panic floods your body. There at the foot of your bed grins a ghoulishly colored man. Who is he? How did he break in? You snatch a nearby pillow and throw it at the intruder, but it sails right through him. You stare in disbelief. Are you a ghost? No, no, I'm a living being. We met in the lake. I was looking for a place to multiply, and you were just so warm and so nourishing, I couldn't resist. And finally, you can see me. He leans forward. Hi, I'm an amoeba. I think you. Yeah. Nigeria Valerii. So I'm starting to see things. I need help. What? Wait, are you getting a doctor? Of course. So you're trying to get rid of me? You feel intense pain as a new wave sends you into agony. How could you? We need to stay together, don't you understand? Okay, wait, please calm down. I won't do it. Good. The pain disappears. You feel even weaker than before. Exhausted, you lay back down on the bed. He's an amoeba. He's in your head, and he's sprouted more and more of him to root around in your brain. And the pain is killing you. Killing you. So wait, aren't I just going to die then? He doesn't answer immediately. Don't say that, Marlowe. Isn't it wonderful we get to spend time together? You have a hard time wrapping your head around this situation. But what you know is you're in bad shape, and this thing won't let you call for help. Did it have to be me? Wasn't there a better place for you? No, never. Well, of course, it's rare for my kind to infect humans. But I see it as a sign. And you know what? I saw when I got closer into your brain, it was for family, Marlowe. It's as strong as mine. He comes closer and puts his head on your stomach. This is where a baby would grow, right? He breathes in deeply. Is this how a fetus womb feels? Why would they ever leave their mother's body? I'm getting a little weird. It's so warm and comforting inside you humans. A shudder runs through your body. You want to hit him and push him away, even though you know your hands would phase right through him. Make this new family arrangement easier for you. I'll even let you call me Niall. Like your unrequited love from your university days. You can dig into your memories. I can offer you everything you couldn't have, but always wanted. Why are you frowning? Not happy? You put on your poker face. Who would have thought that your days dealing with the rude stakeholders would come in handy for something like this? No, it sounds good. Really good. Right. But suddenly his smile fades. He stands up and looks at you with worry. You are getting weaker. And you were enjoying yourself so much, too. It made me smile. What was that drink you had? White wine? Yes. I wish I could drink that with you. It's something you humans do with each other, right? Well, I guess we just have to take what we can. Is there something we could do together? Oh, how about I sit with you at the dinner table? Is this, playing house with you? What? Why do you have to be so rude about it? He comes closer and sits on your bed. Slowly, he caresses your face. Do we already have to talk about how we should communicate? Your throat closes. My presence seems to have this effect on you. How about we stay calm, all right? You nod, your throat opens up, and you immediately cough and gasp for air. Shh, it's all right. Now let's go to the dining table, right? You need your breakfast after all. You walk into the kitchen. Niall follows you. You can feel his gaze on you. Your hands reach for the pantry, but Niall interrupts you. You can't just eat bread alone. You're already weak. How about something more filling? I will also try to lessen the nausea, so please? For us? You clench your fists. That's rich coming from him. You turn to the fridge and take out some eggs. You're fine if I make scrambled eggs, right? Yeah, that sounds better. The pain and nausea have truly lessened. Seems like if you humor him, you can at least keep your head clear enough to think. You hear Niall hum as you crack open some eggs and turn on the stove. Curiosity gets the better of you. You glance at him as the eggs sizzle. He sits on the chair at the dining table, swaying left and right, happily waiting for you to finish cooking. What is this madness? This peaceful scene unnerves you more than anything, but you play along for now. After you choke some bites down, he leans forward in excitement. It tastes better with some company, right? I guess you're still tired. I'm a little sad you're not excited as I am. Sorry. Maybe I should be more patient until you get used to all this. Then he lets you eat in peace until you're finished. You clean up and begin to fidget, as you're not sure how Niall wants to continue the day. Suddenly you get goosebumps and slump down. You heave, a wave of nausea surging through you. Oh no, I thought I could give you more time. He reaches for your arm, but it goes right through. I wish I could help you stand. After a few seconds, your nausea dissipates. How can you survive this situation? What should you do? Is there a way to get rid of him? Let's get back to bed, okay? You both shuffle back to the bedroom. You lay down in bed and Niall sits down beside you. He strokes your hair gradually, as you gradually fall asleep. You hardly slept and feel weak. Your neck is very stiff, and weird colors appear again before your eyes. Oh, you're awake. Good morning. Your head turns and sees multiple Niles in your bed. You suppress the urge to scream. Here, I wanted to show you what our children look like. There's even one that looks like you. Here. Blech. He puts a blob of blue mass on your lap. The way it gurgles and cries, it sounds desperately like a human baby. It coughs, and some blue spit runs down its cheek. Isn't it cute? No. What? Don't call this a baby. You don't have to look at it. It's vermin. You don't have to look at it like it's vermin. You turn around and hide it inside your blankets. Leave me alone, I beg you, at least for a bit. Go eat something later, okay? And then silence. After a few hours, you reluctantly sit up. Your grumbling stomach won't shut up. You walk into the kitchen. You assess your situation and try to think of a plan. Niall won't let you call a doctor, nor other help. He loves acting like a husband to you. If you humor him, he will try to lessen the effects of the infection, but if he stays, you certainly will die. You arrive in the kitchen and Niall shows himself. So you have enough strength to eat now. Great. How do I get out of this? Is there some way? Is there a way somehow to use his fixation on family against him? A slight headache interrupts your thoughts. What are you thinking so hard about? It's like something is moving around inside your head. What are you doing? I just want to know what you're thinking. You try your hardest to think of something positive about Niall. You can't risk him seeing what you truly think. You're really cruel. It hurts, Marlowe. It hurts that you think of me this way. I'm really trying here. He's crying. I think I need some space. And he disappears, anxious about the way he left you eat something and drink some tea. At least the nausea hasn't set in again. Should you just run out of the house? Could you chant the woods and find somebody to help you? You hurry. You hurry towards the front door. Where are you going? Of course he's still here. Maybe you would like to take a walk with me. Marlowe, you're weak. What are we gonna do if you collapse outside? Go to bed now. And you still walk around at least, Marlowe. A wave of pain spreads through your head. I'm begging you, for your own sake. Your head pounds and forces you to your knees. Good. The pain stops. A tear rolls down your cheek. You go back to bed. You pray that tomorrow you will find the strength to defy him. Okay, so the choices that I'm picking so far, I mean, they all seem negative toward Niall, but those are choices that I see myself making if I were ever in a situation where an amoeba was trying to date me. You wake up in your weakest state yet. Your skull feels full and ready to burst. Your heavy limbs struggle to move on command. Your breathing is dry and ragged, and you're attacked by shivers from a sweltering fever. You don't have much time left. You steel yourself and decide that you have to push through no matter how upset he gets. You have to at least try. In your dizzy state, you look up, and there he is. Good morning. You wish dearly that he would just leave your body. He acts like a husband and wants to be a father. What a disgusting display for this fake family. Wait, a father? Niall, I have a question. Yes? He strokes your hair as he speaks. How you wish you could smack his hand away. Why do you want to be a father? Well, I sort of already am, right? I believe I'm pretty good at it. You could never be a good father. You're just an amoeba. You just multiply and copy yourself. You don't care about children. What are you talking about? Your head hurts, but you don't care at this point. As if you know. Oh, I do know. Question is how to show it. You haven't really moved much. Are you too weak to stand up today? Is it even too hard to walk now? How about I dig deeper and see for myself? You feel something pushing and pulling inside your head. You remember the real Niall smiling. You loved his sarcastic humor, how easily he offered his help, and how soft his voice was when he had to calm you down. Despicable as that is, you want something more real, a human who never loved you back in the end? You deserve better, Marlowe. I guess you don't believe that's me. I can't take this. He disappears. You hope he's completely gone, but you fear that's not the case. You open your eyes, Niall looms over you, or at least you believe it's him. You finally woke up. His voice is cold. Gone is every ounce of affection he ever expressed before. Your body stiffens as panic and fear overtake you. You want to move, you want to run, but your body doesn't listen. You can only shake before him, like a fawn before a wolf. Niall sighs. I really, really wanted to believe you. I was hopeful, you know? It's so rare my kind gets to be with you humans. So I thought we were special. I thought I could build a home with you, a family full of love. He grabs your wrists and pulls you up. But you just couldn't accept me. You had to treat me like a vermin, and even went so far as wanting to get rid of me. You know that it's a death sentence for me if you get medications, right? He rubs his head into the neck of yours. Just why did my love not reach you? I'm sure I expressed it a lot. Surely you know how much I want a family like you. Just where did we go wrong for a moment? Disgust is all you can feel. The hypocrisy, the denial, and sheer audacity of the nonsense he's talking about makes bile rise in your throat. And then his voice breaks. Arlo, I can't help but still hold you dear to my heart, you know, because I can look into your memories and thoughts sometimes. I see how much genuine love you have for the family you want. Imagine your child running around in this very cabin, right? I wish I could have been the father of that lovely child. Your throat closes. Then more desperately you gasp for air. The more searing pain in your throat. The more searing the pain is in your throat. Marlo? Wait, I still had things to say. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see you smile. But I could not control my anger, and now I'm sorry, Marlo, but don't worry, I will follow you soon. You. Okay, so that was one ending.